Hello everyone, and welcome back to Irish Warrior. Today we have the 7th tournament, following Weapon Man's total victory in the 5th tournament. Last time we saw complete role reversal as the course decided to strike back. Only 3 people beat the first stage, no one beat the second stage. What will happen today? We are about to find out. The first stage looks very similar to how it looked in the last tournament. Only one new obstacle. Just like last time, it begins with the pole dash. We did see a couple randos fail this obstacle, so technically, it is the hardest first obstacle we've ever had, so go us. Second obstacle is the double slants based off the old slanted descent from the first 3 tournaments. This obstacle was pretty tricky last time, so we'll see what happens today. Lily pads third, jump across the moving discs, and then you're onto the rail canyon. This obstacle definitely been difficult for the tournaments it's been in, and you got to make that bigger dismount that has been added in the last tournament. From there, you're onto the diving boards. Even though Puma was the only person to fail last time, it's not an obstacle to take lightly. Then you're onto the crescent roll, very similar to Rog's Vertigo. You have to jump across from one side to the other, but you have to do 2 jumps, and the second jump is farther than the first one. It's all about committing and getting your technique down. From there, you climb the stairs up to the slider jump. This obstacle was a nightmare in the last tournament. 13 people got here, and 6 of them failed it, with just over a 50% clear rate on this obstacle. You ride the barrel down and you jump onto the cargo climb. It meant more as a time waster, but you still just got to keep focused on it and think about your technique for the next obstacle, the swivel swing. You got to jump onto each column and have the apparatus spin around so that you have the distance to make it onto the next set, and then onto the rock to begin the mountain cross. Again, this is the original version that came back in the last tournament. After 4 tournaments in hibernation, jump across all the different objects and jump to the buzzer. And if you can hit it within 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 15 seconds less than last time, you're on stage 2. It'll be interesting to see that time as the tournament goes on. Obviously, the time was not a factor at all in the last tournament, so maybe it will be today. Who knows? But anyways, we have our first challenger on the starting line of 25. This is Demigods. We've been trying to get him for a while, and I'm glad I finally got him. So he will kick off this tournament with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to hit the buzzer. And the first obstacle is not a problem. Now on to the double slants. First jump down, second jump, no issues there. Now for the lily pads. I'm sure he's not tried an obstacle similar to this on another course, but he just looked like a pro on it. Well done, Demi. He's on to the rail canyon. He's made it a lot farther than a lot of people thought he would, so well done, Demi. He's not done very well on Atlantic and Smoky's course. Oh! And it looked like he was about to beat the 4th obstacle too, but unfortunately he misses the last railing, and that is the end for Demigods today. But now we have It's Foamy. He is a new competitor in the scene, coming off of Roblox, and yeah, we'll see how he does. Pull dash, he's sprinting through it and gets through it nicely. Now the double slants. Ooh, almost came up short of the first one. Jumping up for the second one, he almost came up short of that one too, but he survives. Oh, I don't think he got a sprint coming down the second one, and he didn't, and he came up short of the platform. That is a bummer. But now we have Halal Pizza 24, and he survives the pole dash. This is one of our 2 randos, so we'll see how he does. Going for the double slants. This was our rando killer in the last tournament, and it takes him out as well. Alright, Toxic Wig 88784. Last hope for the randos. Oh, and he hit his head on the pole, hitting the water. That looked painful. But he's out. But this is a big run right here, ladies and gentlemen. Joey Davis 808. He's made a declaration today that if he fails the Rail Canyon, he is retiring from Irish Warrior, because it would be the 5th time he's failed a rail obstacle on this course. I sure hope that doesn't happen. One of our most dedicated challengers. He's had such great success on a lot of other courses, and for some reason this is the one that just he can't figure out. So hopefully today's the day as he's making his way through the lily pads with no issues. But this is it. This could be the last obstacle of his career if something goes wrong here. Oh, but he's making his way through so fast. And he gets the dismount, and Joey Davis's career will live on. He's the first person on the diving boards today. I'm sure it's just a massive relief to get through the rails, and now he's the first challenger to take on the crescent roll. Gets the first jump, no problem. Second jump, oh no, he just had a bad angle there, did not jump late enough, did not aim to the right spot. Unfortunate for Joey, but thankfully we will get to see him in the next tournament, so good job, Joey. Now we have two very anticipated newcomers in a row, beginning with Wolf Ninja 1225. He's done very well on Rog's course, and so we'll see how he does now on this course. Also that dead body, he tried to do a weird intro and he fell in the water, so yeah, just ignore that on the first obstacle. As I've had to make the disclaimer, he's the first two obstacles, now into the lily pads. Ooh, jumped a little far in the second one, but he adjusts nicely and gets through the obstacle. And now he's got to tackle the rails. Ooh, almost came up short of that third one. But he's taking the side jumps. Ooh, gets a safe jump on the fifth one just to keep it safe. And going for the dismount. Oh, wow, he barely made that. I thought he came up short, but he gets a wise save jump. And then he gets a ton of tilt on that first diving board. I think he was able to save it, though. Yes, he was. Well done, Wolf Ninja. Now into the crescent roll. Oh, no, he jumped way too early there, and he just did not have the right angle of attack. And Wolf Ninja is also down in the crescent roll. But now we have Spenny37, better known as Killer Demand. This man has been so good on Hunter and Smokey's course, and now here he is on Irish Warrior for the first time. He's through the first obstacle with no issues. Ooh, a little bit of a false start there going for the second slant, but he was able to then overcome it. He did show some concern about this obstacle because of his control scheme, but he got through. Whoa, these lily pads are all over the place. I don't know why they are rolling around like that. I don't know if it's the New Zealand connection or what, but he was able to make it through, even though that looked very strange. Getting a save jump to begin the rail canyon. Okay, he's going to save jump them all, and he's also going side to side, which is definitely the safest technique. It definitely burns some time, and it could haunt you down the line with this shorter timeline. Oh, but he's going to go quickly there from the fourth to the sixth, and dismounts to complete the obstacle onto the diving boards. A little far in the third one, corrects it on the fourth one, he gets through. And now he will have his crack at the crescent roll. Oh, he jumps really high on the first one, but he gets it. Going for the second one, he gets a save jump, but it's unbelievably too much. He got the save jump. That is the recommended strat that I enjoy doing. And unbelievably, he save jumped over the end of the obstacle. And Killer is out in unbelievable fashion. But now we have Gotenks. He has not been here in a while. I say a while. I mean, he only missed one tournament. And obviously, almost everything is different since the last time he was here. Yeah, he's kind of a little bit of a mixed bag on this course, so we'll see how he does today. I just love to see Gotenks find a way to beat Stage 1 on this course. He's so good at the later stages, it seems like Stage 1 is really the hurdle that stops him from going super far. But he's through the first two obstacles, now eyeing down the lily pads. This is what he failed 2 tournaments ago, but he will get through it today. Well done, Gotenks. And now on to the Rail Canyon. He failed this 3 tournaments ago. Wow, that was very laggy. It looked like he came up short of the second one. But he's making his way down. Ooh. Going to the dismount, and yes, he gets it. Taking some time now before the diving boards. And oh no, a sloppy jump off the third one. He didn't get his sprint all the way. He hits the front of the fourth one and cannot make it. But now we have Daddy Cheese. Now, he has failed the Rail Canyon 3 tournaments in a row, and before that, he failed the Mountain Cross twice. So, gosh, you would just love to beat the Rail Canyon today. Every tournament the Rail Canyon's been in, he's failed that obstacle. So, come on, Cheese. We're all pulling for you here to beat that obstacle as he gets through the first one. Now for the double slants. Gets up on the first one, running for the second one. Oh my goodness, he's down on the second obstacle. Cheese, what happened here? He just did not get a clean crouch jump up onto that second one, and he is out. And we're already on to our 10th competitor, Bubba Ace. Now, he is the first one of our returning Stage 2 veterans, or I guess people who've made Stage 2 in the past. He made it in Tournament 3 when he made it all the way to the ball glider. But he's unfortunately on a 3-tournament losing streak, going out on the lily pads twice and then the Rail Canyon last time. We'll see how far he can get today. I know he's put a lot of practice in. We'll see how it works out for him. As he gets up onto the first slant, jumping for the second one, and through that. Now, his nemesis. He beat it last time, but he's trying to get the 50-50 on it. 2 clears, 2 fails if he gets through it. Oh, and that looked so clean. Well done, Bubba. But this is the obstacle that took him out last time. Oh, he almost overjumped that first rail. He's taking some time to set up. I don't blame him. He really wants to get through this obstacle. On the fourth one. Taking his time. No problems with that to beat this obstacle. I know how much he wants it, and yes, he's done it. But now he will have to tackle the diving boards. He just watched Gotenks fail this. Hopefully it will not affect him as he jumps to the second one. The third one, he jumps too far forward. If you jump too far forward, you won't get the lift up onto the fourth one, and that is what's happened to Bubba, and he is also down in the diving boards. But now we get Booker Taco, who, after a very promising debut in Tournament 5 where he made it all the way to the Mountain Cross, unfortunately failed the Rail Canyon last time. So how far is he going to make it today? First obstacle, no problem. And now on the double slants. And he's through that. Oh, wow, he jumped weird off that second lily pad. But Booker is able to get through. He did like a weapon mat spin there. Okay, that was interesting. Oh, okay, so he jumps across on the rails. He goes from the fourth to the sixth one, and he gets the dismount. He's done better than last time. Well done, Booker, but he's now shooting at the obstacle. I don't know if he has the time to do that on this stage. Now he's going to tackle the diving boards. Jumps for the third one. The fourth one, he gets caught behind it. Oh no, Booker, what has happened here? After Puma was the only person to fail this last time, we already have 3 out of the first 11 people failing that obstacle. And speaking of the devil, my word, how is Puma thinking right now? I mean, again, he failed the diving boards last time, and he's now watched 3 very promising competitors go down on that obstacle. So hopefully he can get revenge today and make it a little bit farther. Of course, Tournament 4 in his debut, he finished in 2nd place when he made it all the way to the supermarket. But he's not been able to replicate that since. He gets up on top of the first slant with the double slants, the second one. And through that. Come on, Puma. Now the lily pads. No issues there. Well done. Going through the Rail Canyon now. He's going down the middle. This is definitely the fastest way to do it. It's potentially the most risky, but he made it work nicely. But this is the one he wants. Come on. Keeping the tilt. And beautifully done. Okay, Smoky Massacre is AFK there. Don't mind that. Take some time to console him. Oh, he's still alive. What? Oh, now he's not. I think we're going to get another look at that one. That was a little bizarre. As you can see, he goes to the first jump and looks like he just runs into the water. And then it was just a little magic trick. But then the second jump, I think if you would have crouched here, he would have made that jump. And unfortunately, he didn't. And he is out on the crescent roll. And we now are 0 for 4 on that obstacle. I don't know what the deal with it is. Like I said, it's a difficult obstacle, but it's causing a lot of problems so far. But maybe TX Drew TV will figure it out. Of course, last tournament he wore number 1. He made it all the way to the slider jump. Maybe he'll be the first person to reach the slider jump again in this tournament. That would be quite a story for Drew to put up another good performance. But he gets a safe jump on the first slant, much cleaner on the second one, and through that. Drew's one of the people that I'd say really got to watch the clock this tournament because they went very slow up to the slider jump last time. So hopefully he can pick up the pace a little bit as he now eyes down the rail canyon. Oh my goodness. Wow, he gets a multitude of save jumps just to hang on that first rail. He will get a save jump on the second one too. He save jumps the third one too. Going for the fourth one. Oh, he goes too far forward. The save jump was in vain, and Drew TV is down on the rail canyon. Oh, but now we have Tricky Cyrus, who after his frankly disappointing showing in Tournament 2, came back in the last tournament and did really well, made it all the way to the slider jump. So how's he going to do today? Oh, no, he needs some save jumps. Oh, wow, he almost failed the slant obstacle again, but he was able to somehow survive. But now these lily pads, you have to wonder if his confidence has been rattled. Definitely didn't look the cleanest, especially in that third lily pad, but he is through. Now he just watched Drew fail this obstacle, but he's going through this much cleaner than he was. Ooh! I said that he almost overjumped the fifth one. He barely makes the dismount, but he is through. And now the diving boards, much more difficult than they were in the last tournament. But no issue for Cyrus. Now for the crescent roll. 4 people have failed this so far. No one's beaten it. Oh, Cyrus! Just a terrible angle. He just did not know where he was jumping. We are 0 for 5 on the crescent roll, ladies and gentlemen, as we go on to Sonic Fan, who ended his streak of mountain cross failures last time by failing the slider jump. Oh, what's the deal? I tell you what, Matt has inspired all of our competitors to now go for spins on this course, and I'm not a fan, as much as I hate to say it. But I guess whatever floats your boat, as Sonic is making his way through the lily pads. A lot of tilt on that fourth one, but he gets through. He almost overjumped that first one, and almost underjumped the third one. This is a scary run through the rail canyon. But he's through. Diving boards now. No issues with this last time. He will not have issues again. But this is the crescent roll. This is the one he was worried about. He's watched so many people fail this already. No! Sonic, where are you going? He jumped for like the farthest point out. If he would have jumped a little bit to the right, he would have made that. And unbelievably, we have 10 competitors left. And no one has even made it to the slider jump. This is not looking promising. But we do have Flamosaurus now up, who is unfortunately on a 3-tournament fail streak on stage 1. But he did make it to the slider jump last time, beating his 2 nemesises. I guess that's the plural of that in the 2 tournaments prior. Here's the first one again, the lily pads. He failed this shockingly in tournament 5. Oh, barely got on that 4th one, but he is through. Now the rail canyon. He failed this in tournament 4. Of course, in tournament 3, he made it all the way to the supermarket, finished in 3rd place in that tournament. So we know how far you can make it. He actually finished technically in 3rd place in tournament 2 as well. So both times he's made it to stage 2, he's done pretty well. Ooh, a little bit of lag there at the start of the diving boards. It's not going to affect him. Okay, this is it, the crescent roll. He's watched 6 people Okay, more lag. Gets the first jump, gets the save jump. Now he's going to line up the second one. I like this. Goes for it. Gets the save jump, but he doesn't overjump it. He's the first person to beat it. Way to go, Flame. He is the first competitor this tournament onto the slider jump. This is the obstacle that took him out in the last tournament. Come on, Flame. It'd be so nice to see him get past this. He is standing sideways, rolling along. It's going to pick up speed as the angle of the track increases with each drop. He's looking pretty good at the minute. So now on the third level, he falls forward! Flame, no! He's down for the second tournament in a row on the slider jump. What a huge bummer. He looked so nice through the first 6 obstacles. Oh, but now we have Petrilla Fan 4, who unfortunately had his 2-tournament clear streak ended in the last tournament by going down on the slider jump. But it appears so far today, getting to the slider jump in itself is just an achievement. So, we'll see how far Petrillo can get. Okay, a bounce on that first slant. That was a little surprising. But he's through that with no issues. Now eyeing down these lily pads. And no issues through that. But now the rails. Oh, he barely got on that first one. Went for a quick jump onto the second one. Definitely not the recommended approach when you're about to overjump the first one, but he made it work as he's now being much more cautious going down, and he gets through. Tro now on the diving boards. Okay, more lag. I don't know why that keeps happening this tournament, but he gets through that with no issues. Now for the crescent roll, Flame has shown that it is very possible to beat this obstacle. Gets the first jump, no problem. Takes his time, lines up that second one, gets the save jump, and he gets through. Now for the slider jump. He wants this obstacle bad. Standing forward. Looking not too bad at the minute. About to take the second drop though. Okay. This is the big jump now. He's at the end. He goes for it and he gets it. Way to go, Pedro. He's now on the cargo climb. He's down to 50 seconds, but he is the first competitor onto the swivel swing in this tournament. He's jumping for the right side. He's got to let it go around. It's not moving as fast as it could. It's going to burn some time, but he should have enough time to make this. So he makes the first jump. Now he's got a bigger jump onto the third set. He goes for that. Oh, he goes for the left side. I don't know why he did that, but he is onto it, but it's moving really slow. He's down to 25 seconds. This is actually going to be really close. Oh, he goes for it early. Oh, he almost made it. He almost made the rock. He almost got onto the mountain cross. But unfortunately, he didn't. Pedro, Petrillo Fam 4, is down on the swivel swing. Yeah, see, Atlantic has now made me keep calling him Pedro. Way to go, Atlantic. Look what you've done. You're converting me to your ways. But no, he jumped to the left side on that third one, which I thought was surprising. But all in all, it was fine if he would have just waited another, quarter or half second to let the swing fully rotate. That jump would have been easier, and he would have made it with no sweat. And unfortunately, Petrillo Fam fails the same jump that Hunter failed in the last tournament. But now we have the return of Swantron 97. He missed his first tournament last time, and now he has a new set of armor. How is he gonna do today with all these new obstacles? Well, the first one's not a problem, thankfully. Now for the double slants. And cleanly through that. No issues there. Now for the lily pads. And then, oh my goodness, what's this? He does not get a jump off the third lily pad. And this is by a mile the earliest that Swan has ever gone out. He definitely did not practice as much as he normally would before this tournament. And I guess it showed. And Swan is out way earlier than I would have expected. My goodness. But now we have Siren, and he, in the last tournament, broke the barrier that was the slider jump. Made it all the way to the swivel swing. Unfortunately, jumped a little bit early, and that's where his run came to an end. Oh, he does the spring jump up the stairs that he tried to do last time. Way to go, Chris. Oh, but he gets a safe jump up in double slants. I don't know why people are making that look harder this time when it's literally exactly the same as it was last time. But anyways, Chris now making his way through the lily pads and now onto the Rail Canyon. Chris has been knocking on the door the last 3 tournaments, getting back to stage 2. Of course, tournament 4 where he missed the buzzer. And then tournament 5 Mountain Cross, tournament 6 Swivel Swing. He's made it deep stage 1. He knows he can beat this stage. And he's just moving with great urgency and great efficiency. A little close in that dismount, but he is through. Now for the crescent roll, this obstacle has been a nightmare. Oh, he gets a slide down and a save jump, but Chris is through. That was a beautiful jump awareness to get that save jump as he slid down. He might have slid all the way off if he didn't get that. Now he's got to tackle the slider jump. He beat this in the last turn. He's the first person to beat it. Standing, looking to the side. He's got 75 seconds. Falling a little bit forward on it, but he's looking okay. He's going to go for the jump. No, Chris! What happened? I think he jumped just a little bit early. Going for the dismount, he wanted to get off that barrel, and I don't blame him, but if you'd have just waited a little bit more, he would have had the distance he needed to make that jump. And I tell you what, I think it's now time to hit the panic button. We're down to 6 competitors left, and no one has beaten this stage. But we do have the cream of the crop here towards the end of this tournament, beginning with Hunter 751, who unfortunately failed stage 1 for the first time in the last tournament, failing the same jump Petrillo failed just a few minutes ago on the swivel swing. But Hunter going around on the double slants. He has shown definite worry about this obstacle in each of the last 2 tournaments, but he gets through it like the pro he is. There's a reason why he's beaten so many stage 1s in his career. He knows how to just formulate a technique and get through each obstacle. And now onto the Rail Canyon. As I blabber about how good he is in the past, let's focus on the present. As he's moving his way through nicely. Oh, he gets a save jump on that 4th one. Goes down to the 6th one, gets the jump off. Diving boards now. Ooh, a weird quick jump off that 2nd one. And not a lot of tilt off the 4th diving board, but he gets through. But now for the crescent roll, he shoots. I guess where he's going to jump. Yep, that's where he jumped from. He's going to go right for the 2nd one. And the first person to make it without a save jump. That's a fantastic jump by Hunter. And again, our competitors are starting to figure out this crescent roll later on in the tournament. The best of the best are rising to the top, and now he's on the slider jump. He's definitely a little bit behind our other competitors, especially Chris. I know Chris was down on this level about 10 seconds faster than Hunter, but this is definitely doable. Actually, he should be in a good chance of clearing if he can make this jump. Come on, Hunter. Oh, he was a little wobbly on the dismount, but he gets it. Now into the cargo climb. And oh no! Hunter! Save jumps. He gets another one. Oh my goodness, that could have been disastrous. I didn't think it would be possible to fail this obstacle, and he almost did, but look at the time it's burned. He's down to less than 40 seconds for the last 2 obstacles. He's gonna have to motor. He can't stop. He's gonna have to go full send, and this first swing is not helping him. A little bit more love from the 2nd swing. He's going from side to side, but now this 3rd swing is not moving. He's down to 20 seconds. It's gonna be really tight. But can he make this jump onto the rock? He waits for it, which is what Petrillo should have done. And look at that, he makes it, but he's got 13 seconds. He cannot stop now. He's got to keep going. Into the tube, and he comes out of it. I don't blame him for failing that jump. He was rushing, trying to find a way to clear the stage. It would have been insanely close, and I don't think he would have had the time, actually, because of this slip up here on the cargo climb. Over jumping it, somehow sliding down, falling on the level below, but that cost him a good 6 or 7 seconds. And I think those are the 6 or 7 seconds that he's going to look back and see that he needed to beat this stage. He definitely cannot take his time like he normally does on the mountain cross. And for the first time, Hunter has failed this very difficult obstacle. Unfortunate for Hunter, but he is in first place so far. But now 5 competitors left, and no one has beaten the first stage as we go on to RPG 445. This competitor just had an absolute heartbreaker in the last tournament, going down on the final jump of the stage. So we'll see how he does today, but obviously, as you can see, he's done very well in his appearances on this show. A little weird on the pole dash, definitely wasn't as clean as we've seen it, but he's through that. But again, the worst Rog has done is the last obstacle, stage 1. So hopefully Rog can maybe break the dry spell and be the first person into stage 2 today. This is making his way through the lily pads, and no issues there. Come on, Rog, making his way through the rails. He's going to skip the 5th one like so many people do. Go for the dismount. No issues there. That was very nicely done. Diving boards now. A little far forward on the 3rd one. A little close on the 4th one. A little close on the dismount. But he gets through. Now eyeing down crescent roll based off of one of his obstacles. He barely makes the first one. Going for the 2nd jump. He does not get a jump. He runs too high. On that level where he was trying to jump, you gotta jump very quickly, and he waited just a smidgen too long. He could not get the jump, and he is out. And now we're down to 4 contestants left on stage 1. Smokey Massacre now in the starting line. He, believe it or not, he was the first person to beat stage 1 in the last tournament, wearing number 18. I'm sure he did not think we'd get to him at number 22, and there would be no clears yet again. So, maybe, hopefully the pressure... I don't know if there was pressure last time. Hopefully the knowledge of the situation from last time will hopefully help him get through this stage this time. He took some time there, almost overran the double slants, but he is through that with no issues. Now on the lily pads. And no issues there. Well done. Going quickly now across the rails. There's a reason why he has 3 total victories on these major courses, because he's just so good at just moving with urgency and knowing what to do on these obstacles, pretty much, as he's through the diving boards. But now the new one. He just saw Rog fail this, the crescent roll. Oh, he gets the first one, going for the second one. Oh, yes, a good save jump, and he gets it. And now he's climbing the stairs as the camera guy unfortunately gets stuck there on the roof of the crescent roll. Just, ignore that. But he's moving at a great pace. He's got 80 seconds. He should have enough time to clear the stage. It's all going to come down to executing these last 4 obstacles. Slider jump. He's walking with it nicely. He waits a little bit more than Chris, but he almost came up short. I thought he was about to just blow it there. And thankfully he makes it. No mistakes on the cargo climb. He's got 55 seconds remaining. Oh, but this swivel swing, the first swing, is not moving very fast. But he's got time to burn, thankfully. He's got time saved up for him to take his time in these last 2 obstacles if he needs to. 40 seconds left. He's moving really slow. He gets onto the 3rd one. Oh, and this one's moving at a crawl. It might actually be a little closer than he would have anticipated. Come on, Smokey, go for the rock. He gets onto it. 23 seconds. He will save on the doorknob. Now this is the tube. This is where Hunter failed. Fireball failed it in the last tournament, but he gets by that. The slant jump, though, he failed this in tournament 4, but he gets through it today. 1 jump left. Come on. Yes! Oh my goodness, 2 tournaments in a row. Smokey has done it. And for the 2nd time in a row, Smokey will be the first competitor onto stage 2. Actually, 3rd time. Well, his clear streak's at 3, but this is the 2nd time on this renewal course that Smokey has broken through. What a phenomenal run that was. A little scary right from the off on the double slants, but he was able to correct it. And then just looks so clean on crescent roll. Gets that beautiful late jump, eyed his target, gets the save jump just to ensure he makes it. Just textbook on how to do that obstacle. And this slider jump, it looked a little scary. He jumped a little earlier than I would have anticipated. And he just gets his left foot onto that start of that cargo climb. Then he was able to get through the swivel swing, avenges Petrillo, avenged Hunter on the mountain cross, avenged Rog from the last tournament, you could even say. And Smoky Massacre will be advancing to stage 2 for the 4th time in his career. That was just a phenomenal run from Smoky Massacre. But now we have Jumpy, the man who finished in first place in the last tournament. He failed the wind chimes, going farther than anyone else. And he's in the same situation as he was last time. Wearing number 23, only Smoky is cleared before him. Can he pull it off again? Come on, Atlantic. Oh, he's jumping around on the double slant, similar to what Hunter and some of our other challengers have done. No problems with that. Going for the lily pads. A little sketchy on the 4th one, but through that with no major concerns. And now he's kind of doing this frog jump approach. It's very fast, and if you know how to frog jump, it's very effective. Okay, more lag as he runs into the water, but other than that, he gets a big tilt and he gets the diving boards. Now for the crescent roll. Gets that first jump. He's going to go right for the second one. Beautifully done. No save jump required there. He's moving at fantastic pace. 93 seconds. He's on to the slider jump in under a minute. I believe that this is the fastest anyone's gone to this point. Of course, I probably could have been keeping track of this sort of thing, but I haven't, so, you know. But now he's making his way down. Slider jump, he made this look really scary in the last tournament. Come on, he's gonna wait and go for the dismount. That's the traditional dismount, waiting a little bit, waiting for it just to be creeping over the edge. And much cleaner than last time, he's through the slider jump and the cargo climb onto the swivel swing. Ooh, not a great push. Okay, now it's speeding up. He's got time, just like Smoky. If he takes his time here, he should be good. Going quickly now for the third one. The third swing's showing some resistance. He goes for the jump onto the rock! Jumpy is down on the swivel swing. Our golden competitor from the last tournament is unfortunately down. I think this is a carbon copy of what Petrillo did. Oh, he did! He jumps too early. Like, right there, if he would have jumped, he would have had much more room to make it, much more room for error. And unbelievably, Jumpy is down on the first stage. Oh, but now we have 2 challengers left. And the first of them being our first ever finalist in Tournament 3, DHG Fireball, who only failed stage 1 for the second time ever in the last tournament, going down on the mountain cross. Again, like Rog, the earliest he's ever failed on this course is the mountain cross. So he's a competitor that we have been able to rely on. And him and Weapon Matter are the only 2 people, not only to make the final, but to make it to multiple stage 3s. Oh my goodness, he just did a spring jump on the double slant. That's a crazy technique, but it worked wonders for him. Fireball always coming up with his own special ways to do obstacles, and he makes it work. And he's one that loves to go fast, so he's making his way through these first 4 obstacles pretty fast. Now for the diving boards. Oh my goodness, that looked incredibly sketchy on the second and third board, but he gets through it. He's able to just keep his composure as he jumps. You could see some shooting marks from when he was practicing, but look at that! He got through the crescent roll so easily. Vertigo on Rog's course is based off of an obstacle that Fireball created, so I guess Fireball beat his own obstacle but doubled there. I don't know. You can come up with your own reasoning for why he was so good at that. Maybe he's just a good jumper, which is the truth, as he's now making his way down the slider jump. Doing the technique that I like to do, this crouch technique. Okay, last tournament he went for like a super cowboy wrangler. He's not doing that this time. Much more orthodox. Same result. He gets through the obstacle. Okay, he's going to go for the skip like several challengers have done, and he does that. He's got a minute as he gets onto the swivel swing. He just watched Chumpy fail this obstacle. He watched Petrillo fail it earlier. He knows how tough this obstacle is as he gets onto the second set. And it is showing no love to Fireball here either. It's going very slow on him. You just got to keep the momentum up as you push it. He gets onto the third one. This one is moving much quicker. Take your time, go for the jump. Oh no! Wow, he save jumps and he makes it. He's got 30 seconds left. He's got enough time if he can just execute. This is where he failed last tournament. He gets into it, he jumps out. Fireball's got 20 seconds for the final stretch. As he goes to the slant jump, he gets that. Oh no, he's connecting it. This is risky. Oh, but he gets it, and Fireball has done it. 12.64 seconds left. He avenges his failure from the last tournament. Joey and Matt are there to congratulate him. And DHG Fireball will be advancing to stage 2 for the 5th time. Just a fantastic run there from Fireball. Let's check out this double stance again. Jumps onto it. Gets a spring jump, like an absolute picture-perfect spring jump. I don't know what the timing must be like to do that as a person who doesn't spring jump, but it just looked very impressive. The rest of the course, no issues until the swivel swing. It looked very close on the dismount, but he was able to get a beautiful safe jump and landed it. From there, he was pretty much smooth sailing. Got this safe jump here on the doorknob to prepare for the tube that took him out in the last tournament. He got into it, edged down, jumped up on top. Just the absolute way to do that obstacle. And then this risky technique on the end of the obstacle where he just sent everything past the slant jump. I don't recommend doing that, but Fireball was able to make it work, and Fireball will be advancing to the second stage. Well, one challenger remains, and it's time for our grand champion. Again, the clear streak hangs in the balance as this man has never failed stage 1. Weapon Matt, eyeing his 7th straight first stage clear, eyeing a trip to the 3rd stage. Again, he's only failed stage 2 twice, the last tournament and of course tournament 1. As the final run of stage 1 of tournament 7 is underway, he's through the pole dash with no issues, as if that's a surprise. Now for the double slants. And through that. Of course, in the last tournament, Matt actually set the stage 1 speed record with 36.8 seconds remaining. Kind of part of the reason why there's 15 less seconds this time, you know. Not a coincidence or anything. But now he's on to the Rail Canyon. He's making his way through this very quickly. You can see why he's got the speed record now. And he's through that. Now eyeing down these diving boards. They've been a little sketchy today for some of our challengers. But he gets through. And now for the crescent roll, this obstacle has been a nightmare. Gets that first jump going quickly for the second one. He jumps off the third one. That is the technique that Rog was going for, but Matt was able to make it work. And now he is the fastest to this point. He is like a couple seconds ahead of Chumpy to this point. Now he's doing this weird walking technique on the slider jump. He did this last time, and I guess he does that just to try and keep his position on the barrel. But now he's trying to stay in one place. He turns around, he jumps, and he gets onto the cargo climb. And up that very quickly. This is the fastest anyone's gotten to this point. It's literally just down to execution once again for Weapon Matt. As the 7th clear hangs in the balance, he goes for the second swing. Oh, it got a great push. That moved so fast, and he's onto the 3rd one. Okay, not moving incredibly fast, but it is moving pretty good. He goes for it early. Oh, he gets the save jump to make it. I don't know why our competitors keep doing that, but Matt and Fireball were able to make it work. But now he saves in the doorknob, 35 seconds. Going into the tube, takes his time getting out of it. I don't blame him. 30 seconds left, going for the slant jump. He gets that. He's going to go on to the first rail, the second rail, the dismount, and Matt has done it again. Unbelievable. His 7th consecutive first stage clear. For some reason, this man cannot be stopped on the first stage of Irish Warrior. Nowhere on that course did it look like he was going to fail. And we'll see him in stage 2, along with our 2 others. Smoky Massacre once again, but DHG Fireball joins them. And as you see on this first stage, the Crescent Roll was the big killer. Only 8 competitors beat it out of the 15 that got that far. And just really, other than that, the rest of stage 1 did its part, took out a lot of top challengers. But now we advance to the second stage, and this stage is undefeated after the last tournament. And it all begins with the U bridge. It's just the L bridge, but you do it twice, and it's now shaped like a U, so there's no reason to call it the L bridge anymore. But then you're onto the wall climb, same as it has been since tournament 5. Make your way up. Jumps get higher as you go, of course, up to perfect crashes for the second half. And then you're onto the ball glider. Roll the first ball down the track on a 10-degree angle, make the big transfer onto the second ball, which rolls down on a 15-degree angle, make the big dismount, and then you move on to the snapback. This is the only obstacle that's been changed on this stage. It has been nerfed slightly after both Matt and Smokey failed it in the last tournament. The third seesaw has been lowered, making the jump onto it easier, but the jump off of it harder. But then you're onto the wind chimes. This is the obstacle that took out Atlantic in the last tournament. Just make your way across those very thin poles. And if you do that, then you're onto the super launch. This obstacle was modified in the last tournament. The landing platform is half the depth that it was in tournament 5 when this obstacle debuted. But you land on the platform, jump to the side, and you're onto the minefield. Just whatever you do, do not touch a mine at that point in the stage. But if you get through that, then you must crawl your way through the supermarket. 8 aisles to make it through. And then the jump up to the buzzer. And if you can hit the buzzer within 2 minutes 35, you're on to stage 3.
Stage 1 was a big challenge for sure. I'm actually pretty happy I got through it. I know I was able to do it the last 2 tournaments, but beating it this time felt really good. Get 3 in a row and just show that I can be consistent on stage 1, because I've obviously been very inconsistent on this course as well. Stage 2 though is where I really need to show up now, because I've got a good chance to make it to my first ever stage 3 right here, but I've got to put my best foot forward and stay focused on each obstacle. These obstacles are very tough, especially those 2 balls behind me, but I feel like I've got as good of a shot as I've ever had at beating stage 2, so hopefully we can make it happen.
Just hear someone give.
I don't really know what to think about this second stage. It's beatable, but there are some obstacles that can take me out. Like the 2 obstacles that I failed before on this stage, the balls and the snapback, I feel like are the only obstacles that can really take me out, but it's just nice to be here for a 7th time getting through a tough stage 1. So we'll see what happens.
Well, this is a familiar sight to those that just watched the last tournament. Smoky Massacre will kick off the second stage. He's got 2 minutes 35 to exact his vengeance on this stage. And while he failed the snapback in the last tournament, he is very worried about the ball glider. Once again, it's a difficult obstacle. Oh my goodness, he almost came off on the U-bridge there. His right wheels came off that upward ramp, but he gets through it, and now onto the wall climb. Oop, he gets a save jump there, no issues. He's making his way up this very quickly and gets to the top. Well done. He's got plenty of time. Now for the ball glider. He's keeping it under control at the minute. This is looking very nice. Now gonna make the big transfer, and he gets it. Oh, he lurches forward. He almost walked off the front, but he's now hanging in there, going for the Cowboy Wrangler. I don't think he got all of it, and he didn't. Smoky Massacre has failed the ball glider for the 2nd time in his career. He was right to be worried about this obstacle. It is very difficult, but unfortunately, Smoky will not get back to the snapback. That transfer, it looked good, but he actually almost had too much momentum as he almost walked off the front of it there. But then, on the 15-degree track. It's so tough to keep the ball under control. And Smokey went for the Cowboy Wrangler, and it looked a little laggy, but unfortunately he just could not get the sprint off the ball, and he could not cover the gap to complete the obstacle. And Smokey is down for the second time on the ball glider. We're down to 2 competitors left, and those are the 2 on the starting blocks right now. First up is DHG Fireball. Fireball is 2 for 4 on this stage. Better than a lot of people. And the 2 times he's failed this stage, he's failed very deep into the stage on the minefield. So I am hopeful that Fireball will be able to figure this stage out as he gets a weird whip turn there on the U-Bridge. Of course, when the L-Bridge was buffed for this version in Tournament 5, the narrower version, he decided to go for the super jump technique, and you obviously can't do that on the U-Bridge. That's his first time actually doing that obstacle proper. But now he's making his way up the wall. He's not doing the spring jumps like he did flying up it, I believe, in Tournament 4, when he beat this obstacle in like 10 seconds. But he's still at a fine pace going onto the ball glider, having just watched Smokey fail this obstacle. Keeping the ball under control. This looks pretty nice so far. Going for the jump, and he gets on the second ball. Oh, he almost falls off the back, but he hangs in there. Come on, Fireball, keep it under control. He goes for the Wrangler. He gets a crouch, gets the sprint off of it, and Fireball survives the ball glider. Now onto the snapback. A new obstacle for him. He's going quickly onto the second set. He's stopping on each one. Jumping, going for the third one. Yes! Just a couple jumps left. Going for the end of the third set. No, Fireball. Why? That jump has also been nerfed because of the lowering of the third seesaw. And Fireball somehow has just missed it. I don't know if he rushes it or what, but he just doesn't get the elevation he needed. Let's see here, as he makes the jump onto the third one. Let's see. Oh, he just jumps way too far out. I just don't think he judged the height of that bar very well, and he didn't get an upward jump, more of an outward jump. And that's what did him in. And once again, here we are with Weapon Matt as the last man standing. If he fails this stage, we will have no competitors get to stage 3 for the second tournament in a row. Weapon Matt is hungry for some revenge, though. Hopefully he can get it done today. Going quickly across the U-Bridge. And through it nicely. Now onto the wall climb. The fourth one. Taking his time before the first perfect jump, the fifth one. The sixth one. Ooh, a little scary on that seventh one. And the eighth one, he's getting bumped a little bit, but he gets up, no issues. Now he's onto the ball glider. He failed this in Tournament 1, he's beaten it 5 times in a row since. Going for the transfer, looked very clean. Now got to go for this 15-degree track. He gets a little bit in front of it, but he's able to correct it, get the wrangle, and he is through. Now this is the big one, the snapback. Ooh, he's going to stop on the first one again. This was his undoing in the last tournament. He's gonna stop on the second one, a violent downward motion by that seesaw. A little laggy, but he gets onto the third one. Now the jump Fireball failed. He gets up on top of it, and he's the second person to beat the snapback. But Chumpy failed this obstacle in the last tournament, the wind chimes. He's trying to short hop these, stick them, and then get the distance to get to the next one. This is a fantastic technique. This is very well done. Just one more short hop, and he's going to beat this obstacle, and he does. And he's got enough time, I think. He's got 55 seconds. If he keeps his pace up, he should clear this stage if he can execute these obstacles. Going for the super launch. He beat this en route to total victory in Tournament 5. He gets it today, even on the harder version. Now these mines. Even though he's done this so many times in the past, it's still a nervous obstacle to watch. But he's executing these jumps. So far, so good. He's going to skip the last two. Well done. He's into the supermarket. He should have enough time to beat this stage. 20 seconds remaining. He's halfway through the obstacle with 16 seconds left. Just don't make a dumb mistake, Matt, and you're going to make it to the third stage once again. Going for the 7th wall. Coming around to the 8th wall. And he is going to do it. Unbelievable. Weapon Matt has saved the tournament. And Weapon Matt is the first competitor in the new era to advance to the third stage. I cannot believe how good that run was. Just held it together on this very difficult stage. Unreal. That is why he's the grand champion right there, ladies and gentlemen. Gets a beautiful transfer on the ball glider. Definitely the cleanest out of our 3 challengers today. And this is the section right here. The snapback. Fortunately, thanks to the beautiful thing called lag, we couldn't really see the jump onto the third one. But as you can see, he got that safe jump on the third one. And this new technique where he stops on each seesaw, I think it allowed him to slow himself down and just get the jumps he needed. This is the jump that Chumpy failed last time, from the second to the third one. This short hop technique just worked like a charm for him. He was able to get through that obstacle so quickly and efficiently, and nothing was going to stand in his way. Weapon Matt was hellbent on returning to the third stage, and unbelievably, for a 5th time, Matt will take on the third stage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to unveil the new third stage. Obviously, I've tried to kind of keep this stage under wraps in the last tournament by like showing no angles of stage 3 at all or anything. But here it is. 8 obstacles, all beginning with the wraparound. Not really corner jumps, but each jump gets farther as you go, thus making each jump harder. Second obstacle, the precision pyramid. This is exactly the same as it was in tournament 5. So Matt should be well accustomed to that because he beat it en route to total victory. But this is definitely something he's not faced before. The cliff roller. You have to jump across the cliffhanger ledges as the apparatus picks up speed and rolls down the track. And when you jump onto the green little bar of safety, you then take on the new preposterous cliffhanger. Jump onto the curved ledge, which is harder than it looks. And then these upward jumps. You have to just control your speed and trajectory so nicely and get great save jumps. Downward ledge, then a big send jump outward. If you can somehow make it onto that ledge, and you got one final crazy jump onto a narrower ledge. All the ledges are 1 foot in depth. That final ledge was 7/8 in depth. And that's because then you jump onto the new vertical limit. Each ledge gets smaller as you go. 3/4, then 5/8, then 1/2. And the transfers get bigger too. It's a very difficult obstacle, and we'll see how good Matt can safe jump across that obstacle. And then you have 3 obstacles remaining, beginning with the slingshot. Each of those bars is free moving, so therefore you have to get very precise jumps to keep the bars under control and avoid them sliding out of your control. Make the big drops as well, make the big dismount before you have 2 obstacles to go. And the last 2 obstacles have evolved. The wobble roll is now the wobble coaster. You have to make your way down this hill and then up a small 5-degree ramp and then make the jump onto the final platform before taking on the terror hill. Somehow you have to push this ball up the hill and get to the final dismount. If you can get to that platform, you are going to climb for total victory.
Second stage from Defler was probably the least smooth I've made any stage on this course. A lot of key saves and going fast where I needed to, but I pulled through, and hopefully I can put a decent first impression onto this stage.
I tell you what, this is quite the moment here. Weapon Matt on the third stage that he is responsible for will be the first one to take it on. 8 obstacles, no time limit. Come on, Matt. First obstacle, the wraparound. Not exactly corner jumps. You have small little stick outs of the ledges that you can jump across. I'll try and get a better angle of this next tournament because you can't really see what I'm talking about, but he beat that incredibly easily. Now for the precision pyramid. Like I said, he beat this obstacle en route to total victory in tournament 5. He's safe jumping each one. Now on the topmost pole, now they go down. And the 5th one. Nicely done. Going for the 7th. Going for the dismount. And the signature 360 off the precision pyramid. There it is. And now he will be the first person to take on the cliff roller. This obstacle is unbelievably different to anything we've ever seen before. You have to jump your way across each of these ledges as the apparatus moves around. So far he's handling it nicely. Oh, he's jumping now 2 at a time. He's going to start skipping ledges. This is actually the technique I like to do because it prepares you for later on down the track, because this thing is going to pick up speed the farther down you get. So, he's doing this pretty good so far. Yeah, there you see it. It's going pretty fast now, but he's handling it pretty well as it nears the end. And now it's stopped, and now you have to make a couple more jumps so that you can get the big jump onto the green platform. And he's done it. Well done, Matt. He is through the cliff roller. And now he eyes down this incredibly difficult obstacle, the preposterous cliffhanger. Gotta make the jump onto the curved ledge. Gets a safe jump just for good measure. And now he looks down at Joey Davis, who is watching his every move. He makes his way around this rounded ledge, which really isn't that hard. And this jump onto this ledge is not too hard, but he will get a short hop safe jump. This jump is very difficult though. You gotta control your speed so beautifully on this section. He's taking some time to set up, and I don't blame him. He's getting the ideal spot. And now he's gonna go for it. And get it beautifully. He just needs another one of those for this jump. He's got even less room to win. Half the distance. He goes for it. Oh no! Save jumps too far out. And that is it for the tournament. Weapon Matt, for the first time in his career, defeated on the cliffhanger. And this cliffhanger, the new cliffhanger, takes out its first victim. First person to try it is unsuccessful. As you can see here, just beautifully done in that first jump. Then he somehow had to find a way to duplicate it. And it looked like... See, let's take a look at this here. I don't know. I think he gets a good jump. He hits it at a pretty good spot, but he just was not able to slow himself down and get the save jump he needed. And unfortunately, that is it for Weapon Matt. While no competitor was able to defeat the cliffhanger in this tournament, I think we've learned a couple things in this tournament. First of all, that the second stage is possible, but also the fact that Weapon Matt truly is the top dog on this course. Now the question going forward will be, is this going to be Matt's course to carry on? Is Matt our only chance at getting a win? Or will someone else rise to the occasion? Next time on Irish Warrior? I guess we'll find out next time. I appreciate you all watching. Tournament 8 begins now, and do a run if you want. See you next time.